How good does that look, huh? I'm sorry I can't give you guys a picture of this outside just yet, but I still got stuff to clean up with the brakes. I'll talk about in a second. But yeah, man, these guys looking nice. These fronts turned out real good. They tuck under, not too much. I did put the 1/4" spacer. These just have a couple bolts holding them on. I got to get it up and make sure everything's going all right. Then none of the brake hoses are touching, all that good stuff. We went to NTB and they had these guys. They were 205, 55 17s, and they had those guys in like in a day. It said it was going to be like a couple days or a few days, but they got them in like right away. So, man, those look so nice. Oh, meaty. So these are the two 255 6015 Mickey Thompsons. Somewhere around here it's like Sportsman ST, which I guess is like street tire, right? But man, they fit nice on here, and we're not poking out, you know, and they look pretty good. I'll get it up in the air. Let's get it up in the air. I'll give you a show. Okay. Getting kind of fat. I need to go back in my keto diet. I always look fatter on the camera. I don't know why that is. So, man, I think these wheels just look so nice with this car. It really fits the kind of that air for the car, you know? I mean, they don't immediately jump out at you. They're not real shouty, and I dig that. And but still, you know, it's subtle, and you can see like those big old C5 calipers back behind there. And you're probably not going to notice that unless you're paying attention. These Pirellis look really nice. They're actually, I hate to admit it, but it was just like the cheapest tire they had. But yeah, it's pretty nice compound. It feels like a good compound. And you can see, let's get back, kind of in line with the car here, how everything kind of tucks up in there. So it's fitting under there well. It's not perfect, but perfect is the enemy of good. And they look great too. You can see those big, you know, the big Mustang rotors in there too, which looks great. So I suspect these are going to be fine. What I'm more worried about is the 275s. So I'd like to throw some 275 6015 Mickey Thompsons on this, like pro street radials or drag radials, whatever they're called, for goofing off. And I think that they might actually have a problem because they're going to be a little fuller in the wheel well. These guys are at 27 inches, and there's plenty of clearance radially, but it's just that forward. And these guys are 255, so we got another 20 centimeters wide. And I suspect they'll have a little more bulge because you just have, there's a mosquito. I worry about that being a problem. We got this axle shortened equally on both sides. We took a little more off that one side because it was rubbing over there, and I hadn't had it perfectly centered when I welded the mounts in, but we got it all done up now. And boy, she looks nice. These are great looking wheels on here. Yeah, I can't wait to get it out and test it. I actually picked up 5 gallons of fresh E85 because this thing's been sitting forever and a day, and I'm hoping that'll help it because it was running a little bit rough. What we need to do is just check around these wheel wells, see how the brake lines run and how everything fits up, and everything seems to be doing real well. There's no rubbies or anything like that. Happy about that. I posted this up, and there was a dude that says like, oh, that C5 brake kit, is that from CPP? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, well, you might want to change those hoses out. We, chased this hard brake pedal issue where it actually made the car drive worse than the stock brakes. And after changing proportioning valves and master cylinders and all the stuff they possibly could change, they pulled the lines off of it, and they said like a bunch of the Teflon had like basically melted into gooey, stringy stuff, and they had to throw those lines out and replace. He said he just replaced them with G-body. I guess that's what he had, was G-body lines, and he said it was like rip your face off stopping after that. So I said I am way too lazy to have to deal with any of that BS. So I'll just swap the lines out with some new rubber lines. So we got that, and I wanted to replace. You guys know we did the Transpan. That looks pretty good. I haven't really topped it off yet, but so far so good. No drippies from that, and that will be a relief if that actually works. While I have it low on fluid, what I'd like to do is swap out the lines because they're regular AN lines, and I had that one pop off there. I think I've told you guys this before, and it just made a mess. It was my own fault. I had too much tape on the stupid end of the line, and it melted the tape, and then it turned the tape goo, and it just kind of pushed out the hose. So don't use. Then I quit using. I stopped using tape on the AN fittings altogether. So that would be my recommendation for anybody out there putting together AN lines. But the PTFE stuff is just too nice. It goes together too easy, and it is too cheap not to put it in there and just be done with it. So I'd like to replace those 2 lines with some PTFE lines that I have, the stuff I sell on my website, and just know that that job's done. And then we got to top it all off and get it down on the ground. So if we do all that, then we should be able to get this thing outside, at least take some pictures. I still got to pull the dash and figure out the damage that Mr. Mouse did, but we'll get to that. So super stoked right now. We'll get on to lines and brakes and stuff, and you guys don't want to see. That's so boring. These are the braided stainless steel from the kit brakes, and these are our hoses. Now, I'm not sure what size this is. I hope that it's the same size, and I hope this all fits together. That would be nice. The idea is we just pull these guys out and smash these guys in. They seem to be about the same size, and then we'll hopefully avoid all that problem of lines turning into gooey, stringy messes that we don't want to do. So I'm going to get those guys out of here, check the banjo size, make sure that drops in. For the worst case scenario, it looks a little bit bigger, like this is a 14 mil and this is maybe some kind of old school American goodness. Worst case scenario, maybe I have to drill this guy out a little bit, but I hope not. Let's hope not. All right, we cracked this. We cracked this line off right here, and I'm just letting all the brake fluid drain out of the system, catching it in a pan down there. I figure while I'm doing that, it'd be a great time to grease up these ball joints since we haven't done that. It's probably important. Bob's all riled up, so excuse him. So that guy is in there, and I'll show you the other side. The other side's a little easier to see because I got flashlights hanging. There we go. So basically just bolted right in. The only problems I have is because I'm becoming blind and I already am stupid. One thing that I do know, and I suggest you guys do, let's take this guy up. Is everywhere that brake line is really bad, it kind of eats everything. So one thing you can do to, it's real simple to get rid of it. Now everything's snugged down, what I want to do is check for leaks. So the easiest way to do that is you just take a bottle of regular ass water and then just hose it all down. And what that does is, since that brake fluid is super hydrophobic, I think I got that right, I'm trying to use big words to impress you guys, that it just kind of bounces it all off there. The water breaks through and it kind of pushes all of the brake fluid out of there, so it doesn't get on all your paints and parts. So real simple, easy to do. Everything should go back together. So what we'll do is we'll hose that off, let it dry up overnight, then check for leaks. It should be good. Knock on wood. I got wood. I'll be knocking on it. I'll be knocking on my wood later. So yeah. So real quick project, got knocked out. Easy stuff. Those wheels look good though, right? Check out Monkey Fab. Check out monkeyfabgarage.com.